Uh-oh.
One of these times, I'm actually going to have a cowbell. Welcome, everybody, to week 3 of Amazing Race. We are Tally the Votes, and we decided this year we would take a little spin with Amazing Race since it's full of some of our favorite Big Brother players of all time. And I'm Christy, and tonight I am joined, as always, by a woman who definitely does not need a booster seat, Jamie, and a dude who
A
would
gentle
never,
dude.
ever dump beer out, David Gott. How you guys
Never,
doing?
ever would I dump
Ever,
beer out.
ever. Was that just making you go like,
No,
every
I'm just,
time?
yeah. Oh my God, I couldn't stand it. It was the worst.
Alex, what is your problem? So week 3, we start out and we immediately get noticed that this is going to be the driver's seat. So we saw the driver's seat the first time last year, and it kind of didn't work well for the team that got it. Like they didn't understand the premise. Jamie, how does it work?
I'm gonna let you explain how it works because I can't talk a lot today. For once.
Oh, that's right.
Sorry.
That's right. I just didn't want to monopolize. Jamie's a little under the weather, so she's gonna, I don't know, maybe she'll raise her hand when to interject.
This is
Okay,
great,
here's how the
great
driver's seat
podcasting.
works.
I know.
The person that gets, or the team that gets there first, and I think if they would have been the only team getting there, I think they would have had to beat the driver's seat, right? So like if they were way ahead and
think
they
so.
didn't know, they would have to be right. But the first team that gets there theoretically is the driver is in the driver's seat, and they get to assign the tasks for that challenge to in the way that they see fit. This time it was how many crates of beer did they have to fill up, and so they got
Yeah.
to say how many crates, 1, 2, or 3, and assign
Yeah,
it.
1, 2, or 3.
And so last year this got super screwed up because the person that used it, they went ahead and gave themselves not very much, one of the lightest loads, because that one was more physical, was it not? It was like
Yeah.
weight or something, or trips or something. And then they ended up using their express pass to do it anyway. So it kind of felt like a double to the other players. We're going to make you do all the work and we're not going to do any, in fact, literally nothing. But here they did it a little better. Now Jag and Jess immediately realize what, David? That they are going to get to that driver's seat first. So
Yeah.
they kind of,
Yeah, I thought their strategy was super smart.
right? They're worried that they're looking like too much of targets, right? They're winning too many, coming in first too many times. They're winning too many things. They have the express pass. So they decide they're going to wait until some other teams catch up so that they can discuss how to do it.
Right.
Yeah, weigh their options a little bit. Now, I was thinking of something at the end of this episode because I'd already forgotten that it had happened. But remember how like Taylor, like how their team was like, oh yeah, we have this first advantage. Let's help this team out.
Right.
Like the lead team, the one that was going to obviously be the lead team.
Yeah.
So far, that's not been doing them.
Oh no! See, I would have thought it would have been Tucker.
I think I would have picked Jag, just knowing what the winning streak was that he had on. He doesn't seem to have a weakness.
I'm just saying, if you look at Jag and his brother, and you look at Tucker and Eric,
I
mean, you got to figure Tucker's going to be dominating stuff.
He did do really good on his season with the Battlebacks, but I'm just
there's quite a few like really strong teams,
there is,
honestly.
But I'm surprised though that like I don't know, maybe it will come back. There's still a lot of season left.
I think but what happened, they got there first, right? And so that was a good start for them. And maybe they were feeling a little too confident or who knows what. And they thought, okay, let's make friends with someone else that could get ahead of us and possibly roadblock us. We don't want them to ever pick us for something bad, right? Somebody who could get ahead of us. And I think that's why they picked Jag and Jazz to give the express pass to. But sadly, the next two legs after that, they haven't
They
been
haven't
very
they haven't done
yeah,
great, and I
they're
don't
not
feel like
spectacular.
Jag has been like, I don't feel like they've been like, hey, you know whose back we need to scratch.
But they're so far behind them.
But
I mean,
that's
they're
because
not gonna slow
they're not
down.
in the world. They're so, I mean, they're
I know that's what I
There's
said.
so many hours between these teams right now.
Still a lot of season left to go, so we'll see.
Yeah. I hope it pays off later because I like both teams and I like the
Yeah.
players. So there's
Well,
there's
and
too many
then like
people
the
that-
whole team train wreck thing, they're kind of like all lumped together in time anyway. So
yeah, and so it's hard to work with a team that is not, you don't even run into them, because it
Right.
seemed like Jag and Jazz were already getting their coin for the hockey thing and headed to bit stop when the Turners hadn't even left.
Oh, yeah.
they were
They were so
far
far
behind.
behind. And so they did give starting times, and I didn't write them all down, but yeah, they kind of showed it and was like, wow, they're so far behind, hours behind. But yeah, so they get there so it's Jag and Jazz and Kelsey and Steph and Nat, sorry, that's the girly team, and then Joseph and his brother Adam, right?
Yes.
So
yeah, she's
Jag
the
and
one
Jazz-
nobody remembers from Big Brother, right?
I
correct. I don't really remember her either.
Like, she's like the least memorable player ever.
Well, I think it's because she was the earliest boot out of everybody that's there. I just I don't know that she had a lot of.
Do you
Screen
think that
time.
she was super slated for this year of Amazing Race, or was she like down the list and they were trying to, and she came in?
And when they couldn't get Boston Rob, they said, okay.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't want to like. I don't want to downplay her
No, because they're playing
desirability
Amazing
as a
Race.
player.
They're playing Amazing
but-
Race
Oh, no.
well. Let's be honest.
She's doing really great.
Yeah.
She's doing really great.
Yeah, but I'm not sure if they're putting together, a top 10 list that she would have been on that top 10 list.
Well, considering none of us remember her names, she definitely wouldn't. And we're probably above the normal, just like run of the mill play
Right.
watcher.
I would guess.
Yeah.
I mean, just
Just
um,
hypothetically.
yeah, just suppose I would assert that. So they're deciding what they're gonna do. Jag and Jess, we know they have already said they do not want this driver's seat position. Joseph and Adam immediately are kind of like, I don't really want that on us. No, thank you very much. And so the ladies are like, okay, we'll do it, but
You guys are going to have to work harder.
right, exactly. And so they gave themselves the 2, and then they gave both of the guy teams with them 3 crates each, and then they picked Eric and Tucker, which we knew that they're right behind them.
Right. They were going to show up any
They're
second.
They're gonna give them 3. Everybody else gets 2-on-1 except for Chelsea and her dad Jack. They also get 3. And this comes with that whole thing that you said, Jamie, about how they don't like Chelsea very much.
Mhm.
Right? Because
Mhm.
why would you take Chelsea and the person who's the oldest there and give them 3?
Yeah, give them the hardest route.
If Rubina was
Same.
after, I don't know. And Rubina would have been after, oh no, that's not true. Hannah and Simone had left right
Yep.
after Tucker and Eric. So they don't know what's happening behind them. They could just assume, we could give Hannah, they could have the other 3. They're very high up. It's not going to really hurt them.
Right.
It's going to really tighten up but no, they didn't. They chose Chelsea and her dad, which
I thought they would have been smartest to give oh god, no, I can't think of his name. The guy who's way, way, way behind with his wife.
The Turners.
Matt
Yeah, give
Turners.
them 3. They're going to go home anyway. So why not piss them off?
Yeah, but I think it's because these people do actually see each other in the real world. I'd
I'd have a
whatever,
hard
that-
time
that
being
little
mean
world.
to the little Turners, the cute little
I
Turners.
can't believe I forgot Turner's name after the whole Turner and Pooch thing.
You're losing it, David.
I'm saying.
No,
You're,
I
you're
I
told
had
you.
losing
memes
your
and
zest.
everything going on.
Now it's Turner and Smooch. Get it right.
I know.
Yeah. So did you think this was fair?
I mean, overall, as
Well,
fair as it can be, I think.
I thought so too. I mean, they were really
But
smart
I think
in
they
how
thought
laid
it was
out.
going to be a heavy challenge, like a carrying challenge.
Yeah,
Yes.
and
And that's
I
why they
think
gave it to the
that
guys. And it turned out it didn't really
Yes.
matter how big you were to do the challenge.
it was
didn't at
about
all.
patience.
Mm-mm.
Well,
Because the
about
one
patience,
last year had to do with that.
patience, and
Timing.
attention to detail.
Yeah.
Right. You had to figure out this because it was just a little bit with that compressed air, and you put too much in, and
Slow is fast.
But it didn't. You also have to not be so attention to detail that you scrap it every time.
well, that
Like,
was that guy was a
that
little
was-
ridiculous.
What
That was a little
was
weird. Okay, I don't know why
and,
that
like,
was
she
happening.
Can't say anything. That must have been torture.
And he's got a little anger control issues too. He was like, I thought he was gonna like start crying in the middle of the
I
ice
don't
and-
think he's having fun.
Yeah, I think he was a little stressed. I love, however, as just a juxtaposition of like Matt coming in there and being like, I have no idea what I'm doing. Whoop, okay, and just starts putting lids on. He's like,
Whatever.
just whatever. And I mean, he's not doing a nice, neat job. Like
Nope.
it's a mess. It's everywhere. It looks like I thought they were gonna go, nope, this is a fail.
Did you think that was odd that everybody passed except the one bottle? Like they weren't normally they're like so meticulous with those things. Nope. You
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
It's just beer.
Yeah.
They don't take their
Just
beer so
beer.
seriously.
Oh, I
Which,
think
you
they
know
do
what?
though. 30 gallons
They
a person.
do. What it tastes
30
like.
gallons a
Yes.
person
The
That's a
taste.
lot.
Right.
in that
The
country.
taste of it, but it's like it's alcohol, whatever. They're just gonna open it and drink it. That's probably not for long-term storage. It's going straight. People are taking that home, like picking up a gallon of milk. They're just
Yes. It's the
A
free
case of
crate
beer.
that goes home with every employee at the end of each week.
Liquid beer or liquid bread. Sorry, yes, liquid beer also.
As opposed to the solid form.
The popsicle form.
Hey,
Um,
now you're on to something.
You know what I did love
But-
about this episode? I want to just make the observation is this is the first time all season that I looked at all the challenges and said I could have done all of them. Because
Yeah.
every other week I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm not walking out on that little plank.
Oh, okay. I
Right?
mean, the hardest one was probably
Well-
the plow, but still.
Well, no, but like the heights thing would scare
Yeah.
me.
You wouldn't be able
Right.
to do it, but these were
And-
all doable.
but these are all things I would have been capable of
Yeah.
doing. Maybe not well, but I would have not
There
been
was
afraid
no like
to do
swimming
them.
involved. There was no it was kind of.
I think the hardest
Um,
part might have been the directions. Was like finding the location because it seemed to be a challenge for at least half of them.
Several, yes.
No,
This
no.
episode was very heavy on finding directions and really not in like the major city where they're walking around and they're running into people every 10 steps.
Yeah.
This driving out in the country like that.
And it's like one of those where it's like you get onto a roundabout and then you're stuck going the opposite direction for like 20 miles.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Now, you two have
Frustrating.
been a fan of the show much longer than I have. So I want to ask a question because I've not seen but one other season. Is there a lot more strategizing and coordinating with the teams going on this year than normal? Or is this...
Oh, 100%.
Okay, so
Yeah.
there's a Big
1000%
Brother
without a
effect going on because I suspected
Yeah.
that, but I
I
didn't
but
know.
we
feel
all
like
know each other,
anytime-
right? There's
Yeah, I
existing
feel like
relationships.
anytime
I mean, the
you
whole
have
leaving
a-
directions on the car and
Yeah.
writing directions to the people you're working with.
if you watch any of the other seasons, and I feel like where you have like Survivor alum or Big Brother alum, you see a lot more strategy to work with another team than you do when everyone's strangers. But I do feel like this one, I don't know, I feel like in previous ones, it's been more about hurting the other teams. Almost like the strategy is like to cut other people off. And this is like more teamwork than I'm used to.
Okay,
Well, and those-
so there definitely is a Big Brother effect. Okay, I'm
Yes,
just
and
curious.
at the moment, the first moment this season where someone could hurt another team, they chose not to.
Yeah.
Really, do you know what I mean? And so that I don't know. Does that show their confidence? They're like, we're so far ahead. Like we don't have to kneecap them too. Come on,
Yeah, I wonder,
Yeah,
like,
I'm not sure.
Because here's the thing, every season of Amazing Race, people race so hard to get that first finish, that first finish, that
yes,
first
yes,
finish. But that doesn't really matter. As long as you're kind of up there in
just
the
gotta
top
finish.
three,
Yeah,
Yeah.
you kind of stay up there, you're in a sweet spot. So if you're helping each other and then you just run it out at the end, this is
but then
could be a viable
look
game
at this group though too, which is kind of funny because you have a team where there's one person who's dating a person who's on another team. You have another team with
Not
somebody who is an ex.
anymore.
Yeah. Somebody who is an ex of another team's member. Then you have ex roommates on two opposite sides. And then also all being
who are
from
the
the
ex
same
roommates?
Kyland and Chada, Hannah Chada.
Like roommates, like outside
Real
of the
life
house?
roommates, yeah, because she
Oh,
lived.
were they?
Yeah, her and Kylan lived together for
Didn't know
some amount of time.
They're not. They didn't have a falling out or anything, though, did they?
No, they were just
Okay.
roommates.
Yeah. Okay.
I
And
saw the Jeff Probst effect with Kylan when we got to hear about how he was diagnosed on the spectrum and his whole sad.
But
Listen,
that's
I don't feel-
But that's new
I-
information.
I'm
We did
going to
not
tell
know
you,
that when we
I
listened
don't
to
feel
Big
like
Brother.
there is any sad story. To me, I was like, there it is. It makes complete
Well, no,
sense.
it does make sense. It makes
Oh,
sense.
this makes so much sense. And then I thought, how interesting is it? Because he's what? At least the second that we know of house guest from Big Brother who was diagnosed as being on the spectrum after having been on the Big Brother house and having all of this footage showing them how they operate.
These are the things I do.
Yeah, I thought, oh my God, that is so interesting how it's actually starting to become like a diagnosis tool.
But why didn't Angela get her diagnosis?
Well, because
Because
she already
they're
had
so-
it and she had those papers shoved way under her mattress.
She's like, shh.
Nobody will know. Nobody has to know.
I do around this time when they're starting their bottling of beer, we see that when Tucker and his brother start, they look at when they get to there and they see the board, they see, oh my God, there's 2 teams gone already, they said. Tucker says.
Yes.
And Tucker says, it's this person, and Angela's gone. No, he's not. Sand, Angela's gone. That was very
He
weird.
was
That
excited
bad.
Angela was gone.
Yeah,
Right,
he
we
was
were-
like,
that
too
was not
bad.
what
It's
shocked
so
me.
sad.
What shocked me here was that they didn't know until this moment who had gone home in the first 2 legs. Are they not letting them interact when they get back? I bet you they're not.
They must not be.
Because I think in other seasons, like
It
see
seemed like
each
they all
other back,
would
right?
like go to dinner at night,
or at least
when the
like
race
see
was
each other
over.
when they're there doing like laundry or whatever they're doing wherever they're staying.
Sure.
Right?
Well, I guess again, maybe it's to just like these are strategist game players, you know?
Trying to keep them apart. That could make
Yeah.
sense. Like,
But,
you know what they do? They meet by the ice machine, and we had to throw 2 people out.
They probably have production there.
Yeah.
I mean,
There you go.
Honestly, so I guess that would answer our question about Tucker and Rabina, then, right? They
Yeah, what we were
sneaking around
talking
at
about
night.
last week. I mean, like, let's be for real. Big Brother alum are definitely notorious for pre-gaming. So
Okay, that's
Well, you
also
know, they
fair.
all if they knew who else was on the show, they were all talking. I mean,
sure, but I
But
mean,
I
like,
don't
in
think they
between
knew until they
days-
showed up to film.
Yeah,
The day they all, I mean, the moment they turned the cameras on or whatever, when we see at the beginning of the season, they looked legitimately shocked to see some of the people there. Like, oh my gosh, I just talked to them.
oh my
today,
gosh,
they
there's a
didn't say
dark-haired
anything."
girl that nobody remembers. What's her name?
who is this cute brunette? I don't know.
They're-
But I bet
oh,
she
how
looked
awkward
really
when they go,
adorable
like,
in a hockey jersey,
They go up
She
and give
did.
her a hug, and they're like, "Oh, it's so good to see you." And they're all like,
right? Like, I don't remember.
Oh, I-
I don't
Who
know.
is this?
It's so weird. It's so awkward. Anyway, okay. So that really surprised me. Did that surprise you guys when he said that?
Yeah, it was because I kind of have thought like, well, at least they would get like a, like a Hunger Games check-in at the end of the night, like what tribute fell, but no.
Right?
Mm-mm.
No. So anyway, that was kind of a little peek at the production side of the part we don't see. So I thought that was interesting. So once they pass the beer bottle beer, they have to go to the next spot. And is this where they leave the note?
Yes. Yes.
This is where they
Yes.
leave the
Mhm.
note,
Yeah.
right? So
Yeah, it was after
so-
the beer thing.
Yep.
right. Steph and Nat are done first. They run out. They start making
And they're
nothing
writing
for
the
both-
note, and Jag
for both
and
of
them catch them writing the note, which I thought was awesome because it
It
really
is
made them
awesome.
look great.
Oh, and they were so like, oh my gosh, we can't believe it. Because honestly, they didn't know if this kind of kindness would be reciprocated, right?
Right.
They
Sure.
could look like
Right.
the giant target. And here are these girls just willing to be like, hey, we're gonna run this together. But they continue to make the note for Adam and Joseph. And they stick it. Did you guys get worried that that was going to blow away in the wind, or somebody else was going to pull
I
in?
thought
and
that-
I
try
didn't
to-
think
thought
I
someone else
thought they
would
weren't
get it.
going to find it. I thought it was going to blow off the back of the car like when they were driving.
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. I thought that
And-
there were going to be like some sort of consequences to them putting it
Because it
there.
looked a
but-
little foreshadowing when they showed
Especially
it.
the way they showed it, right? It was
Yes.
like,
CBS, you got us. But I was thinking, like, what if another team rolls up and they pull in and they see that and they're like, what is this? And they hold on to it. Oh, this
So
must be
would you have
teams
if
are
you
working
were
together.
if you were the other team that pulled up and saw that? Because
I'd
I
light it
feel
on
like
fire on principle.
I kind of feel like this
You
is
can't light it on fire. What if you start their car on fire?
is
No,
okay.
no, I
so
would
is
just
this
take
like
it though and destroy
Yeah,
it. I
take it.
wouldn't. Yeah, no way would I leave it.
okay? So because I'm thinking like this might be within those lines where it's allowed in gameplay. Some people would frown against it. Some people would encourage it. But it's similar to like looking through, like on Survivor, looking through somebody's bag to see if they have an idol or something in there,
Jack
right?
and
Like,
I were together on The Amazing Race. 10 out of 10 times we destroyed that note.
there
Yeah,
you
I
go.
think. Okay, not 10 out of 10 times. 10
I
out of
would
10
have grabbed
times-
the note. I would have
10
grabbed
out
it.
of 10 times if no one else is around. That's the key. If another
Yes.
car's pulling in,
No,
you cannot be
Mm-mm.
seen doing
see,
that.
Jamie and I were partners. I'd be like, Jamie, distract them, and then I'd go take it.
Okay,
Mhm,
if you
mhm.
can think that quickly, then yes. Again, yes, you still take it.
Just as long
Then-
as nobody
but-
sees you.
You definitely don't want anyone else to see you taking that because plausible deniability, right? Like, so yeah, so they leave a note and they head off out. And it took Adam and Joseph a little bit longer, but Adam's blood sugar was like spiking, or he was having
Yes,
issues.
insulin was
Um,
doing its thing.
that can be really debilitating, and I give it to him for holding up because it's one of those things where he could have an ounce of orange juice and be fine, but apparently
Yeah.
he can't have anything during the challenge
until he's done.
Yep.
hmm
Yeah.
And he powered through it. Good on him. But
And
I
I
just
wonder,
worry
like, what if he would have gotten weak? Would they have made an exception? I guess they have to for.
They
medical,
probably would
right?
have.
Yeah.
would
I
have
just
to.
yeah, I'm sure.
because they can't keep you. They
Well,
can't.
they're not going to
keep
let him
us-
go into a diabetic coma because,
Right.
Um.
And he
Yeah,
has
no,
the thing, right? He has the
Yes.
Insulin
on
pump,
his
yeah.
arm.
Yeah. Mhm. And anyway, they have their little story about Joseph saying like he's the older brother and how he worked in the shop and he didn't want his brother to work in the shop, so he wanted his brother to be outside because that would be better.
I
for
thought that
his
was
health.
really sweet.
They really love each other.
Yeah.
And I don't
Yeah.
care what anybody else says about these two brothers, whether they're too hyper or too whatever.
They're
These
adorable.
two have a great relationship. It's the kind of relationship any brothers should aspire to have. They look
Oh,
so
I agree.
supportive, and you know what I mean? They
Yeah,
support
and
each other and love each other.
I mean,
and
none
take
of
care
this
each other.
comes
It's
as
really
like a major surprise to me because I mean, I think we all remember that, in his
Joseph's like
season,
that.
Joseph was just a sweetheart. Like he just
great. Mhm.
No, he was a
I-
good
he's-
guy.
he's
he
a
was
genuine
the kind of person
yeah.
you could never
Yeah.
really be mad at.
Yeah, we like him. So the next thing that they have to head out to is they take them to his farm and they have to plow a field for the clue. Now at first sight of this challenge, what did you guys think?
I thought it
I
was going to
mean-
be really hard. I thought they were going to have to go up and down. It was going to be
I-
hard to find.
I thought it
I
was
thought so too.
interesting that I mean, I guess fair is fair that everybody's flag was at the same level. So I feel like once you had one or two people in it, made it really easy for the rest of them coming in. They knew they just had to go to that place where the plow line stops.
So like why wouldn't you pick it up and let it go on the wheel till you got down there and then plow?
Yeah,
and that just in
don't
that way?
yeah, don't waste all of those calories, man.
Right? Because who was it? Was it it was Izzy that kind of popped up and Paige said right? You got to put it
Yep.
down. Or one of the girl
No,
teams. Maybe it wasn't Izzy and Paige.
No, it was
Hannah-
the
Hannah and Simone?
sisters.
Hannah and Simone.
Oh, it was Hannah. Yeah, it was Hannah. Yep.
And so like I don't know, maybe the rule was you had to have the blade in the whole time, but I didn't hear that, but maybe you could have done that. But you're right, you could probably look in the distance and you would have seen where kind of it stopped on each lane, right?
Yep.
And it would have been about the
Yep.
same. So it's got to be out there.
Yeah,
so
but then at
much
some
easier
point,
then.
why not just run out to about there and just dig with your hand?
That's what I said.
Yeah,
Because
just run
Hannah,
out
they
there
like-
then dig.
They like moved it like this, like a wheelbarrow, had it on the back that wheel, and could just without the blade going in,
Yep.
it could just pull it out there. But whatever, maybe that would have been cheating.
But that's why I think they should have hit it in different spots for everybody.
But then that's not really that fair either.
Well, life isn't fair.
Or at least
They don't. I mean, in Survivor, when they bury the bag of puzzle pieces in the sand, they don't put it in the same point in the square for everyone.
what if that between players they had to go in and like kick up the dirt or something, you know? I don't know. I don't know how you
Or-
would do that in a timely manner.
Or they are not all the same, but they go there and they draw a number, and that number tells them what lane, so it's random.
Random.
Yeah.
You do it like that, maybe.
Yeah, that'd be fair.
but-
Or the
but-
first person there gets to pick.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
it's
which
totally
one do you go
random.
to? Pick which one you go to. Yeah, there. I like that. You just go to whatever's available and you pick which one.
Yeah, so nobody,
it was-
you couldn't plan. In other words, production couldn't plan who gets the advantage because
Little
they
bit
don't
of
know
chance.
who's going to be. Yeah.
Yeah, little chance involved.
But I did think it was kind of funny, the two local farmers showing them horse and then putting
Yeah,
I think
straps
that's
in there.
hilarious.
And
with
they
the-
were
with
like,
they show the guys in the horse, and then you don't get to use the horse.
yeah, wait, we have to be, we're the horse? Oh, we're the horse. Okay. That was really
Yeah, and
funny.
you just like put it on, you know, they'll put the belt on like a G-string. Like she said.
Oops. Hope it don't do it too tight. So we see people kind of get through that pretty quickly, and they start moving on. But when Adam and Joseph get there, they lose their key.
Okay. I cannot
Oh,
tell you.
wasn't that them? Yeah, they lost the key.
Yes.
It was them.
I can't tell you how much this
Panicked?
amused me, but also really bothered me because I've been in way too many situations, and I need it to be known. It isn't me. It is not me who loses the keys. This is my husband. If a key can be lost, this man will find a way. I don't know how many times we've gone grocery shopping and we get to the car, where's the keys? Have to go back into the grocery store, track everywhere we went to like find it in a stack of apples. I have done this so many times that I would have
so
been
you wouldn't
able.
have panicked at all.
I would have run out in that field with those boys and beelined right for those keys. I would have known
Really?
where they were because this is such a common occurrence in my life. I consider myself a pro at this point in time.
She has a location device.
I've
of the
got this.
brain
And
for
now
the
we have a
keys.
car like, that's got the key
Oh, the
fob.
fo-
So you just have to have it in the car.
Yeah.
But you want to know what happens? It lets you drive away from your keys. And you
Uh,
can keep driving without your keys, but once you turn your car engine off, you can't
Oh,
turn
mine-
it back on.
How did you
Mine
turn
won't
the
do
car
that.
on without the key?
Like if you
It's
turn it
close
on, if you have
enough.
like an
It's next-
automatic starter, or if you're just going to the house and your house, like if your driveway is close enough to your front door where your keys are.
Yeah, if you're parked close enough to, yeah.
I'm telling
where
you,
the
there's
key-
all things of
mine
craziness you can
will
learn with
beep
keys.
if I get too far away from it. It'll beep. while
Yeah, but
it's
mine.
going.
But
So
you can
thank
keep
you,
going.
Toyota.
You can keep going until you turn
Until
it
you
off,
turn your engine off. Yep.
because it doesn't shut down.
Nope. And we found
My-
this out when we were 40 miles away from home.
That's evil.
Fun
That is
times.
so
I'm telling
evil.
you, I am a pro with bad luck keys. I would have found those keys
Wow.
for those guys.
Wow. I panicked for them just for a minute. I said, "Oh my
Right.
gosh," because we're already seeing how many teams haven't even left
Yes.
the pit stop yet, right? And
Yep.
I'm thinking if this ends up being the thing that they can't find their keys and they dropped them somewhere or left them in the car and they're locked inside. I can't believe they didn't think that.
Or they might have plowed them into the dirt and they wouldn't have been able to find them.
Right.
Yeah.
But they seem to find it pretty quick. So all right, well,
Well, you can never tell with the
crisis
edit. It
averted.
could have been an hour and a half,
That's
right?
well, no, because they were kind of still. They didn't really lose any ground. They kind of stayed in their spot.
I do have to say that things like this, like not being able to find a parking spot or forgetting to take your kerchief off your neck from your costume or dropping your keys, it's like right now everyone's okay, but in the like final 3 laps, that's your money.
Yep.
That's
Oh,
it. That's all
100%.
it's going to take. So it's nerve-wracking, but then also it's kind of why the race is still fun, because somebody like our head runner team could have one instant like this and come in last.
Yep, and
So-
that's why you want to keep good relationships with the other teams, right? So that's
Yes.
why what they did with the driver's seat today, you had all of those 3 teams.
That's
was
going to
pretty
be
smart.
helpful for
Yeah,
them.
nobody's
Very,
really
you know.
mad at each other. Now, when you have to U-turn somebody, then it's
Then
sorry.
it's going to be different.
Yeah. Yeah, I like how they seem to all just get along, but whatever. Okay, so after they do the plowing of the field, we get the next clue where they've gone off and they arrive to the hockey rink. They have
Yes.
to score 1 goal.
One goal.
Um,
Just
one
one.
goal, and you just hope that there's at least one person on each one of those teams that knows how to skate.
Yes. Now, Christy, if this was if this was our team, I feel like confident I could do this one.
Really?
So yeah, I grew
Being
up.
a Minnesota girl, she
Yeah, I grew up on
skates.
ice. It's okay. I can ice
Well,
skate.
I mean, I can ice skate. I don't do it often. And I haven't done it for a while, but I can. So I would have felt confident that I could have shot the puck kind of in a somewhat
In
straight line,
the right
maybe after-
direction. Yeah.
After a couple of attempts, I think it would have really suffered trying to catch it from the pass. I'd
No,
be like,
I have-
"Whoa."
I have a lot of siblings that went through Pee Wee hockey. Now, this is why I bring that up, because some of these people who were really, really struggling on the ice, it was hard for me to watch because I just wanted to be like, tighten your skates. Just tighten your skates.
Yeah.
Oh my God, just tighten your skates, because their feet are like flaying out, and it's like,
And we didn't, because they were so far behind, we never even got to see the Turners do this, but I wondered if perhaps he might know how to skate. He's
I don't know, but I'd like to
the
imagine
northern.
that Matt would have just like gone out there like and done like some sweet moves and like did a slide stop. You know,
I mean, I
he's
don't
got
know.
the
I'd say
hair
he'd have-
flowing, like the hot.
I
You know, I just
right?
feel like hockey could be
right,
his
because
thing.
he's from Hockey Land.
Yeah, I think he could do it. I don't
think
know.
he could too.
I would have liked to
Oh,
see
well.
it, but
But yeah, it was fun to see everyone get all like, bulked up, and
I
who
was
it?
dying
no,
with
Christina.
Izzy. When
Chris-
Izzy's like, she doesn't want me to.
she doesn't
I
like it if
can't say
cheer
anything.
for her.
I just can't
It's
say
so
anything.
yeah, it's so hard for me not to say this week. I'm really struggling here. How cute was it with Christine? She gets it on the first try, and then she does the
Yes.
splits. Christina did, right? Yeah, so graceful. And no, they looked legitimately. The hockey players looked like, oh wow, we've never seen that before. Splits
Yeah,
from the
that's
hockey.
new.
But wow,
That's a new one.
It's got to be a little impressive when the cute girl comes out and she gets it in one try. When you've watched the other teams do it,
Yes.
right? They had to be like, oh my god, okay, good
That
job,
was cute.
right?
And then
and
Jag,
she-
of course, like first shot gets it. Duh.
Yeah, I mean,
What can he do?
he's good
This
at
guy.
everything.
He just doesn't really have a weak spot in these competitions, you know?
Not yet. Not yet. They weren't even afraid of heights, really.
Nope.
I think
Nope.
Jag's got to
That's
play
awesome.
some Survivor.
I agree.
they-
I'd like to see it.
He'd be a good player.
Yes! He'd be good on Survivor. Do it. Do it,
Yeah.
Jeff. Do it. Make it happen.
Yeah,
51.
I'd like to see
51
him on
Jeff
there.
Big Brother
could be
players.
the first Indian American Survivor contestant.
I think
No,
he'd be.
Seek. He's Seek.
Seek. Okay, Seek. I'm sorry.
I think he
Also,
would
you know what
be
else?
That's
really,
Indian, yes.
really good
Yes,
at
it
that.
is.
And he's
But
not
it's
on
like
the
the specific-
challenge.
No,
Like,
but
he'd have been
also,
good in that.
also,
It's too nice to be
also,
on the challenge. Let's be
he
real.
will have been on the CBS Big Three.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. He
That's
would.
always good too. CBS likes
You'd
that
have
when
it all.
someone's done all.
You've got
three.
it.
And there's not very many who've
I
done all
mean, he
three.
just there's a game he seems cut out for.
Mhm. Yeah, he should do
I'd
it.
like to
Got
see
a
it.
good
Do it.
social game. I
Make it
think
happen.
he could go far if people didn't know who he was.
I think even if
I
people
don't- I
did
don't
know he
think it
was, I don't think that
matters.
matters anymore.
I think he's very likable.
Mhm. But he gets it on the
But yeah,
first
he
shot.
just-
So their lead stays a huge lead.
a huge lead. So we see that when they get done with the hockey, then they're there. He's already going. They get that little coin with the building on it. That's
Loved
the pit
that,
stop
by the
there.
way.
I
Loved
love
that touch
too.
that their clue was the coin.
Yeah, I
That was
love
cool.
that. I think they've done that in another season with something. I know we've seen that before. Where
Well, I liked it because
Well,
it's
they've
like
done
the
it several
coin
times.
flip, like you get the
Yes.
ceremonial
Well,
coin
they did
flip.
one.
And
I want to say they did one year where it was like they were doing pottery or something, and when they finally found the pot, they opened it up, and inside was the thing of where they were supposed to go, like things like that, right?
yes.
But anyway, they are going to, and I did not get. You know what? I'm getting a signal here that we need to take a quick little commercial break. So we'll be back in about 8 seconds or however long it is for you.
All right. Well, I got to say that during that break, Jag shot 2 more goals.
He won the Stanley Cup and
He's bringing the Stanley Cup home,
Wait,
folks.
okay. I mean, Jag's game is so strong. He just goes, "We're not even going to win this leg. We're just going to hang back, and we're going to let someone else win it."
Yeah, happy birthday.
that is another level of social play that like nobody thought social play could be. How could you have that in Amazing Race? They're finding a way.
Yep, they really are.
Well, because he's, you know what? That's humility. I feel like that's a special sort of human being who can go, I don't have to win everything.
I don't think it's humility. I think it's EQ. I think it's
There's that. Okay.
it's understanding how important it is to not be perceived as the dominant force.
But also just, it
And so
doesn't-
so being able to set your own ego aside and go, it is
Yes.
so much smarter for our game to just let somebody else win this
See,
leg.
but
It
he's
is.
more. It's more than just being.
Because don't
smart
they
about
get
the game.
paid to every leg they win? They get a prize.
They get a
right?
prize. Yeah.
They get a prize, and they've already won the $200 or the $2,500, and they've already won a trip. So it was like,
But also, I don't think they would have done this for another team. I think specifically who they're
because
working
they
with.
waited for them and were writing
Because they
them
Well,
waited.
they might have
the
done it for the other
directions.
team they're working with too.
They gave them
I don't think they would have
directions.
given them a first place.
I
though.
don't think they would have either.
was
I
that the
honestly
girls-
think that they go, I can trust these guys.
because the girls could
Yeah.
have left and got
Yeah.
a lead. But I think at this point that they're so far ahead, they're able to see like it doesn't matter. It doesn't. In the end of the game, it doesn't really matter that I have to win every leg.
Yes.
It just makes people not like me.
It makes us a target for the U-turns.
Right. 100%. And you don't
So.
want that. So yeah, so they get to go to this place as they're driving to the pit stop, they're discussing it. Maybe we'll let them just have it because tomorrow's Nat's birthday anyway. That would be a nice gesture. So then they've got a reason. And I like that
Yeah,
they did it that way.
yes.
So that people can't go, well, that sure was calculated. It's like, well, they helped us, and it's her birthday tomorrow.
It
We
was her
just,
birthday.
like,
Yeah.
come on.
mhm. It was a completely innocent gesture.
Yeah, I mean, there's okay, plausible deniability there.
All right. Let's
Um,
see. Good social gaming.
Good social gaming. So they're there at the pit stop, the first two teams, and we now have to watch everyone pretty much stay in the same order that they started during the day. There was not.
There was not any major changes, were there?
There was not a huge amount of changes at all.
I'm a little depressed because Chada is, her and her sister just kind of hanging back.
I mean, they are, but like so is Taylor. I mean, like,
but they're right in the middle. They're
not
they
like
came
up
in-
in the
they did-
front.
Yeah, they
but
did fifth, and
It's okay.
so I feel like that was where they were last week. So then it makes you go, are they doing it on purpose? Are they staying
Chilling.
the same? Because of the 11 teams this week, 4 of the teams finished the leg in the exact same place they finished the leg last time. And for Taylor and Kylan, this is 3 in a row that they come in 9th place. Now there's going to come a point where they can't.
Yeah,
come
but the
in ninth
problem is
place
you
anymore,
can't come in
'cause they
ninth
won't-
place anymore because
forever.
ninth place sends you
Exactly.
home.
Exactly. So they got to turn it on. But I wonder if possibly some of these people are doing that. A different strategy than Jag and Jess, right?
Well,
Yeah,
that's
I
what
don't
I
know.
would do. I would hang around fifth if I could and just sit there and hope
I
no one
don't think
notices.
I don't think that I have the fortitude to sit around and like try to be in a certain place. I think I would just be in like, as soon as it was go time, I'd be in a constant panic to get there as soon as possible. Like
Because
I
I'd
just,
be you're
But
afraid of the
but
unexpected.
and
I would
Jamie,
be
I think
afraid of the
that's probably
flat
the most
tire.
common
yes,
reaction, don't you think? I think
Yeah.
that we've seen that. I mean,
Yeah.
I've watched only 2 seasons, but that
I just
seems to
don't
be-
know anybody who can do it calmly and make it work. Like I'm sure that there's a place where doing that once in a while might benefit your team, but in the long run socially. But because Amazing Race doesn't actually require social strategy, it's helpful, but it doesn't require it as
No,
long
you
as
could
you can just plow
literally just
through.
go out front and stay there the whole time if you can
Right.
if you can manage it.
So I don't think I would have the ability to just be like, you know what, I'm gonna breathe. I'm gonna let 2 people walk in front of us.
Mhm.
I'm gonna be like, no, run.
And then, because then hopefully when they know a U-turn will happen at some point, sometimes they have 2 U-turns. We'll just have to see
Yeah,
when that time comes. If a team gets ahead of you, you don't want to be the person they U-turn. And if you're working with them, you know, they might not. Traditionally, whoever gets there first usually takes their whatever,
Yeah.
the one that's they're most threatened by, that's going to take
Yeah.
their spot, slows them down.
So who do you think? Like, let's say that Jag and Jazz get this U-turn. Who do you think they're most likely to give it to? Do you think like Tucker? And
That would be the smart move.
I feel like that's who they would. I can't
Because
imagine
that's
they've done
who's-
for someone else.
And they're not
Yeah.
really aligned with them. They're
Right.
No,
just
they're the
sorta-
ones that are yapping at the heels of them and the other 2 teams.
Yeah.
Staying in the third.
Right, you
top
got to
three,
feel
yeah.
like they're only one good leg away from catching up.
Yeah.
And they did. They came in third tonight. So
Mhm, they moved up.
now Joseph and Adam are in fourth versus,
Right.
yeah. Nat and Steph moved up 2 spots because they had a phenomenal leg.
They really
It's
did.
great. It's great to see them in first place. And then the boys would be very smart if they kind of help them maintain that first place for a little bit.
Yeah. Let them be the targets for a second.
Because I don't think people will target them though. Because if they're the ones putting them there, they could at any time overtake them.
Yeah, and we've learned from this experience that if they get some sort of advantage, they're not going to use it to hurt their team. So
Right. Exactly. So super interesting. Kat and Alex, I wanted to talk about them a little bit. So Alex, like you said earlier, you alluded to that he has a little temper. What do you think about those 2?
he did okay. Like he didn't do great at the challenge with the beer necessarily because it was weird that he kept dumping it out. But he wasn't losing it then. It was out on the hockey rink.
Oh my
like,
gosh, he
so
was like
frustrated.
a petulant little kid.
But I don't think it was just like, oh, I keep missing this. It was like, I keep missing this and I can't stand. If you keep falling and you're like klutzing all over, anybody's going to lose it.
What am I
Like,
supposed to do? Yeah, how am I?
yeah,
even supposed
let's
to
be
do this
real.
when
Any
I
one
can't
of
even
us would
stand?
be losing it. So,
But I feel like when they do their little whatever, what do you call those when they do their little when
like
they're talking
confessionals.
themselves?
Mhm.
It's not really confessional, but yes, that wherever they talk when they get their camera time, he seems kind of awkward.
Yeah.
Doesn't he seem like he's not, like he's very like unsure? She's much more comfortable in front of the camera.
Definitely. Yeah.
Because he's a photographer. That's how they met. He was taking
He's a
pictures of her.
behind the camera
He's
guy.
behind the camera, and he seems like he doesn't feel very comfortable. He looks the most uncomfortable to actually be running this race.
Well,
of
and
all
I
of the
think he's
teams.
like, I think he's very like a little bit more shy, a little more low key, where she's a lot more like amped and social. It's
Right.
it's the
And it's-
energies are the
and especially if he knows that he gets
Yeah, they were
frustrated
kind of an
easily.
odd couple.
Very odd couple.
Yeah.
I
Whereas
think
But
you've got somebody like the Turners, and they're just both like, like they're not getting frustrated with each other. They're just like, yeah, it is what
Right.
it is. Where you're like,
That's
you should maybe be a little more frustrated right now because that could possibly motivate you to move faster. But
I love the Turners. She's the perfect match for. I mean, he said
she really
she's
is.
right. She's my other part, right? My other half. So it's like his other half
Yeah,
of his
it-
brain. She said.
Yes.
And when they started out the day, they were already in last place. And what did he say?
So last
He
place.
said, the fear of being in last place is gone because we're already there. So
Yep.
that's a good attitude to recognize that. And you just got to do your best. And they didn't do poorly until they ended up getting lost, right? I feel like that kind of really
And I
set them
just,
back.
I just hate that. I hate that so much. But this is the game.
Because he took to the beer.
Yep.
He did fine.
He did.
there.
He was all like, I'm not even
Yeah,
gonna stress
he
it.
just
Bap, bap,
drank
bap,
the beer
done.
and it went over and
Yeah,
he
it was
tapped
that they
it and it seemed
couldn't
to work
find
for
where
him.
was the beer. Where's the beer?
Well, and it's funny because you watched everybody else, and as soon as the beer would start foaming, they go, "Oh, can't do that one. Nope, can't do
he
that
was just
one."
like, get the cap on there.
He was
quick.
like,
Come
"Yeah,
on.
you can. Just do it."
Duh.
Did anyone else
Um,
think it was hilarious when Rabina was doing the beer and she kept spraying herself in the face and she was just
Just kept laughing.
It was
Yeah. Because it's ridiculous. Because imagine what that place smells like. You keep getting hit with beer, and they had puffy jackets on, so it was a little chilly there, right?
Yeah.
They had she had
Chilled,
like
yep.
a puffy vest, and so now you're drenched in beer. And like, how do you even explain that? You're out running a race and you smell like beer,
and then you
Come
got to
on.
go driving around. What if you get pulled over?
This is just so ridiculous, right? But she was really cute.
No,
with
no,
it.
seriously,
But
I'm on the Amazing Race, and I did a beer challenge, officer.
they're literally not allowed to tell anybody what they're doing.
I think if you get pulled over for smelling
yeah,
like beer
production will
for a
probably jump
DUI,
in.
I think you're going to tell the
The
cop.
Sure.
producers might step in
Please.
at that point.
These guys drink 30, what did they say, 30 gallons a year each person on
Yeah.
That's the average. Nobody's getting pulled over for drinking beer there. It doesn't sound
Think about
The
it.
drive
30,
time.
30 gallons.
They're professional drivers with
That's three. Well, that's like.
I can't do
like
the math
2.5
on that.
gallons a month.
It's a lot.
and
I
then-
know
So
people.
what does so wait, so if you're like a father of like 4, do you get to drink your kids' beer too?
Well, that's
Just
my
saying.
point. Is how many people don't drink at all?
So you could be drinking for your neighbor also, and yeah, like he
David
does not
Greg-
drink.
Oh, I learned it.
I drink his for him.
I learned a new term in Raleigh, by the way.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
You want to hear
Are
what
you
this
allowed to
is?
say? Are you allowed to
California,
say?
California sober,
California sober.
Oh yeah, yeah.
which is
Yeah,
to
you
say,
just heard
I
that?
ingest no
You just heard that?
alcohol. I
Oh my
just drink
God,
the
you're so
THC drinks.
Oh,
Yep. Yeah. You're such
you
a
know what I have to
newbie.
say?
And-
You know
and
what I
by
have to
the
say,
way,
David?
I was in
know
my
you
first
don't-
restaurant where you could order a THC drink. I did not do it, but
There you go.
You neither have the Riz, nor do you have. You're not Sigma either. I'm
You're
sorry.
not Sigma.
If
You
That's
don't
right,
have the
that's right.
Riz.
because
How
This
did
is
you-
not cinema.
you know what? I've seen K-pop Demon Hunters, and you have not.
That's fine.
He
So
does-
I
he
am,
does-
I am
Well,
definitely hip and happening.
I have an extremely long list of things that are above that on my watch list. I have discerning
fine.
tastes.
That's fine, but the
but
13-year-olds are never going to think you're
California-
cool.
That's fine.
You
Ca-
shan't be
California sober
rizzed.
has been a thing for a while. But
Yes. California sober and like
I'd never heard
like
the
somebody-
term before. I like
you
it.
know,
Because
like
because you don't like California. Never mind. We're not going there.
it's
I
like
don't
when
a
you
problem
have
with
like a
California.
Florida and California hate each other. Come on. We always
Yeah.
know this. No?
coastal.
Matter of fact,
Yeah,
I would
exactly.
live in San Diego if
Vacation
there's in any other
beaches.
state in the country.
I mean, it does have like the best.
San
weather
Diego
of
is
all.
beautiful. I love
Yeah,
San Diego.
yeah. It has like probably.
I wouldn't
the
live in
overall best
LA.
weather.
You could pay me $500,000 a year, and I wouldn't live in LA.
I'd live in LA for 500 grand here. Sorry.
I would not.
And I would have
Like-
like a little studio apartment.
I
because
mean, like,
everything there's
I
so good.
live here for a lot less grand a year. So I would
Right.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I would not. LA's a toilet. Sorry.
If you're
Well,
making 500
it needs
grand
to
a
rain
year
there
just
more.
living there, you probably aren't living in the toilet part.
When you're
So
in deserty type cities on the coast, all up and down the Pacific coast, even into South America, like Lima, also lots of people pee outside. They have an issue too, but that doesn't rain enough, and so it just always kind of smells like
just
pee.
sticks
Same
around.
same
Yeah.
with Florida, same with California.
Doesn't
It's the same
wash
sort of a
away.
situation. Yeah, like
The
the
Santa
reason
Ana
San
winds
Diego.
did
Right.
not
The
save
reason
you
San
of the urine.
Diego, when Jack says that San Diego, it smells like pee there, it's because there's not ever, like in Florida, that would be gone the next day.
It'll rain in 10 minutes.
Right.
Yeah.
And you're never going to smell that. It's gone. But for there, like, there's no big downpour to like wash it away. So it just
That's fair.
dries and stinks.
It's a weather issue.
Science.
Can't control
Okay.
the weather.
Okay, well, I don't know how
And
we have digressed all
we
sorts
went
of.
way off. We were talking about the Turners and how cute they were, and I'm glad they had a good attitude about everything. I would have
It
liked
was
to
fun
see
to see them.
the last one. They didn't get to do the plow because Phil was waiting for them when they got to the
And
farm.
that was kind of sad. They had 2 more challenges. They were
Yeah,
ready.
they were
know.
so far back.
But when you saw them drive into the farm, the sun was setting. You could see
It
I
was
know.
nighttime, yeah.
And what team was it that I saw? One of the teams. It wasn't Matt. They left even after that. It might have been Kylan and Taylor that I saw were leaving the pit stop at 11:30 in the morning. So there were 2 teams that left after
Yep.
that. So I did not look and see. I missed when Jag and Jas actually left as the first team, but it was like hours and like probably 3 hours in between. Right?
Yeah, you get to a point where you just have to pray that they make a huge mistake because you're so far apart. You just don't. There isn't enough hours to catch up to them unless
They
whoever's in the
literally
front
needed
makes a
somebody
huge
to lose the
mistake.
keys to their car and not be able to find them.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. That's and I thought for a minute maybe someone will catch up. Maybe something will happen. I also thought perhaps how they allotted out the crates to people might change but it didn't really affect anything.
No.
Which is why we know what they did was fair and no one should be mad at them. Okay, so the Turners are going home. They had a little.
So who's
little
in last
vacay.
place now?
Kat and Alex.
Yeah.
So
Making
I mean, they look to me to be the odds-on favorite to go home.
I feel like there's a good chance they will be. Yeah.
They just have never really coalesced into.
And who's
like, a
behind them?
team.
Is that
And then after
Taylor.
them, it's Taylor. Taylor and Kylan are 9th, and I hope that they can.
They're due.
Power through.
They're due to. Yeah. They'll.
I have a feeling they'll be fine. I feel like they're playing the rope-a-dope a little.
You think
Yeah.
if they are, that's fantastic because I don't.
They'll
wanna
get
think
in
that
there.
This is it, and then they'll end up making it. So
I mean, they're both
like a
game.
team.
Kylan won a bunch of challenges on his season,
Sure.
didn't he?
Yeah, and she's
They're
no dummy.
capable. And
Yeah.
and he was on the
I just-
challenge also.
Oh, that's right.
Wasn't
really well
he?
there? Yes, and people liked him there. So the other thing is, though, they move up. That means one of the other teams we like probably ends up getting eliminated. So it's like, what are we gonna do? We like them all. It's gonna be sad. They're gonna be the reason that a team like Izzy and Paige go home or something, and we'll be like, "Oh,
I'm okay with
sad,"
that.
Or
I am like
Yeah.
having so much fun watching the two of them. They crack me up so much.
literally, I'm really enjoying the season because there's no teams yet that I don't like because
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
always
Well,
a team.
no, there's
every
nobody.
season.
There's nobody on this season that I go. I can't wait for them to go home. No, it's kind of
Right,
everyone's
and
kind of like
last
I
season-
like them or they're meh. But there's nobody
Yeah.
who's anything worse than meh.
You did not watch last season of Amazing Race?
I did not.
There was a dude who was so mean to his wife
Yeah.
that every week I was just like, how is he talking to her like that?
Dude,
How is
that's
she
a
putting up with that?
expensive mistake. Don't go there.
Yeah, it was bad. And those people, I wanted them to go home every week, and they made it to the final 3. And I was just send them home.
Just make him
Because
leave.
I felt like it was doing more damage to them. The more longer they
Sometimes
stayed.
you get those teams though, like you do. Like I have no doubt that as long as Christy could handle me pulling her eyelids back when we were driving down the freeway, that her and we could do this. We could play this game together past that part. My husband and I would
You'd
be
be
like
you'd be-
the
you'd be
devil
scared?
team. We would
You'd be
fight
scared
so
driving?
much. Oh yeah.
that okay? So
Oh
we'd have to
yeah.
figure out. We'd have
I,
to. I don't know. We'd
I
have to
would
bring you a really
not
big
be
blanket or something.
Yeah, I'd have to have a safety blanket that I hid under and like just medicate. I'd be like,
Okay,
listen, I'm
well,
gonna be really slow when I get onto the hockey skates, but I got this.
or just sit back there with the bag over your, like a paper sack over your head, so you can't see anything. And just like
Hyperventilate in your
waiting.
paper
I'll just
bag.
wait. But then I have to
Yes.
navigate by myself. Oh my gosh! Well, maybe I could do that. We'll see. We'll see. As if we're doing it.
You never
anyway.
know. But
You
not
two
this
should
week because I have
Amazing Race.
bronchitis. I'd be like, I can't make it. I'd be
Go
wheezing.
team asthma.
Be wheezing. Be like, Christy, just grab my hoodie and pull me up the hill.
We'll get team T-shirts that have like an inhaler on the front.
Oh, we could call ourselves the Asthma Geeks. I love it.
We
Have
just-
a little inhaler.
We're ready.
Yeah. Ready, go.
Anyway, I just, you know what, Europe, what they're doing right now is my perfect scenario. You want to know why? None of those countries are really going to be that hot. Italy and Greece
Yeah,
get kind of hot,
looks
but they seem to
nice,
be
right?
the right way. But I'm telling you, that was the thing that would do me in is the heat when they get to like India or something and it's
Or it's like
110.
Oh, see, what would do
humid
me in is the food.
Oh.
Like if you went to India, I don't know that I'd be able to eat.
your tummy doesn't do that kind of spice.
I've never had it, so I
Oh,
would
so
Southeast
maybe all right.
Asia, where the Southeast Asia as well. It's like just how humid.
Yeah.
I wouldn't been able to read. I wouldn't be able to walk probably.
Yeah,
and breathe at the same time.
David would be fine in the humidity. He's acclimated. You've been away from
He's
it
like-
long enough. You're not acclimated to like the tropics.
Yeah,
was
and
never
you
the-
could
acclimated
put
when
you
I was
could put
there.
me you could put me down anywhere in Southeast Asia and be like,
You're good to
yeah,
go.
it's fine.
20
It's
well,
a
it's
little
gonna be a
warm.
little bit worse than that. 22 years in Florida, and I never got used to the humidity down there.
Yeah.
It was
Okay,
like,
so
I'm
we
sick.
need to go for
I'm a
the
northern
mountain and arid regions.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Well, you saw that whatchamacallit, the guy from, oh my gosh, Negan, he had his show, this Destination X. We could do that.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
There we go.
That's it. We
Just
have to
drive us
find out
drive
where
us
you are.
around, drive us around in an air conditioned bus.
Let's do that. I like that. Less running. I'm all for it.
So,
Right.
so much less running. Anyway,
Week
but
4 is
still, we all
coming.
have what is coming?
Week 4.
Week 4, yeah. And all our teams are still kind of hanging out where they're at. So not a
Yeah.
lot of change, really.
Not
We're
really.
doing good. We're happy. Hope
I
you're
don't know.
happy.
Let's see how it goes. How it goes next week. I feel like once her team's gone, then
there's gonna
then
then
it's
it's
gonna
gonna
get
be
a
like
little-
teams we care about are leaving, and
then
it's gonna-
yeah,
the
that's
whole
gonna get
pattern
Yes.
a
is
little feisty, you know.
It's going to be a little sadder. Yeah, because
Yeah.
we don't want any of them to go. But oh, well. All right. Well, that'll wrap it up for tonight. But before we go, we need to tell you all, we need to thank a couple of special listeners out there that help support this Jay and Jack network, that helps us out from time to time, well, every time, actually. And those 4 are
You've got Eckhart
And-
Rickner, Maggie the Magnificent, Joanne with the Plan, and Ed the Creepy Poopy Head Mailman. If you would like to be a patron, you can go to patreon.com/JayandJack.
That is correct. And if you want to come and hang out with us and talk about anything really reality TV, because honestly, if it's competitive reality TV, we have opinions on it.
If
And
it's
you know what?
competitive reality
even
TV,
even if we don't watch it, we have opinions on it.
Honestly, we watch so many shows. Like, I mean, I love all things Anne Rice, so I'm like very into all of those shows over at AMC right now. We like all the nerdy hobbity things of Middle Earth. We like.
I really do.
Me too. We'll
Well,
watch.
we're
a
probably
Who
going to
from time to
podcast the
time.
next season of Interview with the Vampire.
Well, I mean, if people are watching Interview with a Vampire or the Mayfair Witch, I mean, there's good of you. Then you should definitely check out this show that is going to start the 3rd series in the immortal universe of Anne Rice. Totally different writer.
Yeah, different Anne. for
Totally
sure.
different genre.
writer. They're going to have on the 26th of this month, though, they will be dropping Talamasca, which is
Yes.
based based on the secret order within the world of Anne Rice.
Good cast too.
yeah,
I'm
really,
kind of
it's
excited
looking-
about the cast.
Yeah, you got Schwartzman and William Fincher
Might be
and Elizabeth
interesting.
McGovern. It's gonna be good. But yeah, we watch a lot of things, lots of different things, lots of sci-fi, lots of horror, lots of all the things. So
All the things.
anyway, yeah, so come on over and visit us on Facebook at Tally the Votes. Ask us questions or tell us what you think, or if you disagree with us because you think that the Turners were icky poo poo. Come and tell us. You can also email us at tallythefeedback@yahoo.com.
And maybe before week 6, I'll check and see if we've got an email.
Maybe. I mean, David will wander in there and see if there's anything but an echo. And
Well, there's
we're
lots
on
of spam. Lots of spam.
There really is
Spam,
a
spam,
lot,
spam,
guys.
Spam's good food.
Oh, wonderful spam.
I feel like it's
Spam,
like a
spam.
whole Spam-a-lot situation.
Mm. But yeah, and we're at the Instas and all of those places. So yep. All right, guys. Like and subscribe. We'll be here next week at the same time. Are we doing Thursday again?
I'm thinking so, and hopefully my voice will be back into
Oh,
Yeah,
available.
so I think
You'll be
Thursdays is
registered.
probably going to be with Survivor going on. I think Thursdays are going to be the trick
Because
for
of
us.
our other show commitments. Correct.
Right, because
Well,
if you don't know, you can see Jamie Joe is appearing on Survivor with Jack
Jack and
Colleen
Colleen.
and Jamie
The
or something.
the
I don't have it
whoever-
right, but
whoever shows
she is
up that
absolutely
week.
appearing on the
it
Survivor
stayed-
show.
It stayed J coincidentally. It worked out
You
that way.
did.
They didn't
The
have to
JJ
change
the
the parking
JJC.
spot.
Oh, so it's
when
still
I-
J. Jack and Colleen. Yeah, there we go.
At the OG Survivor, right?
Yes.
Right.
This is the OG Survivor.
and we're doing those after the episodes air each Wednesday night.
On Wednesdays. Yep.
And I do also want to congratulate Jay and Jack, the originals, on their 20-year anniversary. They just put out a great podcast kind of commemorating the 20 years of
memory
years
of
of
the
Lost.
Lost podcast. And it was really great. So if you get a
It was.
chance, head on over to Jay and Jack and check that out.
Yeah. It really makes me think that I'm due for a rewatch, but
Yeah,
And maybe
I've already
re-listen
rewatched
because
like
those are-
9 times. I don't know.
but
I don't know. I
wanna
might. It may
rewatch-
be.
I think I want to rewatch, re-listen.
There you go.
Oh, there. All right.
I'm gonna do that.
There you go.
You know what I mean? And do it like we did it back in the day, one at a time. Anyway, we'll see.
Wow, that's ambitious. I like it. Everyone's gonna have something to do while they're, knitting and crocheting in the winter months.
Absolutely making things, I have
What
my
are winter months?
sewing machine now. We'll see.
Oh,
I'm unclear. What are these winter months you speak of?
oh,
it's a great time. Nobody knocks on your door. You get to get cozy. There's all
there's
sorts of-
snow days where you get up and you
soft,
don't have to go to work
billowy
because nobody
things.
can move.
and electric blankets and fireplaces and hot beverages. It's a good
Yep.
time. We like
Lord
it.
of the
We like it.
Rings, rewatches.
Yes.
It's great. Best time of the year.
Yeah.
Well,
great time.
until next week then, huh?
All right.
Yeah.
We'll see you later.
next
All
week.
right, we're out.